Alright you guys, before we hop into this video, if you guys had watched the last video and we left off kind of at a little cliffhanger, we didn't really get the car running properly. I had to go home without the mass airflow sensor connected. We had to kind of trick the car a little bit, but I did make it home that night. The next morning, I ended up figuring out what was the issue, and I ended up texting the guys this photo right here. I'll leave it up somewhere on the screen. It's telling them like, hey, you guys think this is the problem? One of the main pipes to the intake manifold had gone undone. I'm pretty sure it did that once we had hit boost. The clamp just did not hold it together, so I ended up fixing it that morning, you guys, and I went for a little test drive, and here's a little clip that I put on my Instagram of us hitting boost for the first time. Let's go, baby. Heck yeah. So it was super fun. I was super happy and glad that we were able to hit boost, you guys, as you guys could see from the little clip. But I just wanted to mention that real quick because I had forgot to do so in this video. Let's go ahead and tune in to this install. What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. So if you guys haven't been following along with the WRX build, recently we got state ref with the WRX, you guys, and if you watched the last vlog, we finally got the car on a stock tune, as well as we changed the fuel injectors back to the stock injectors. So the car actually runs pretty well, but we still have a couple more things we got to do until we can get this ready for the in-person inspection for the state referees. So if you guys haven't had a state rep before, the way it works is, the first, they, obviously write you up for whatever it is that they want you to change back to stock or whatever, whether that be your exhaust or intake or whatever, right? And then after you do that, you got to call a number, and after you call the number, they're going to set up a virtual phone call where they make sure you have all your documentation before they give you an in-person inspection. So it's definitely a little bit of a headache, you guys, but we're dealing with it, and we're almost at the finish line in terms of getting this car on the road. It's registered. The car is running perfectly how it should now. So today, we're going to actually be installing a CARB legal intake, you guys. I got one from AEM, and I will say that it's not legal for all years of the like 02 through 07. You gotta go online on their website and make sure that it's legal in all 50 states. But definitely this one is legal for the 02 bug eye. So definitely it's gonna be pretty exciting because I haven't had a product from AEM, nor have I had a CARB legal intake. We currently have a aftermarket SPT intake, so we definitely got to get rid of that, you guys. I'll sell it for cheap, or I might just give it to one of you guys, so hit me up. Let's go ahead and open this intake up and see what we get and see what it looks like, you guys. Oh yeah. So this is very, very important. This is basically what we need to show that this is going to be legal for California regulations. Like I say, you guys, I love California, but definitely it is such a struggle being a car guy in California with all the freaking, rules and regulations we have. But anyways, this is what we got to do to make it work. I want to mention, I definitely have been thinking about registering these cars out of state. So a lot of my friends do that, and for what we got planned for the GR, we might have to. But if I do it with the GR, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna do it with the Subaru, might as well, right? So anyways, let's get back to seeing what we got in the box. Okay, we got a nice little AEM, license plate. I might throw that on there. Nice fresh dry filter. Get our clips here, bolts, and then we have our piping. Now, let's take this out and see how good the piping looks. So I wanted to lay out everything that comes with this kit, you guys. So like I said, it is the dry short ram system. Now I will say that the tubing doesn't look like, too crazy. You could also get these in different colors, like they have blue, and I've also saw the red one. I thought that, the chrome might look really nice inside and would definitely just match with any kind of color scheme. This is pretty cool. So it looks like these are more or less like kind of special stickers that would go on to here. Let's go ahead and open up the hood, take off the old intake. Now that we got the hood open, this is the SPT intake that we got refed for. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I did look at the instructions just a little bit, just a tad bit, but basically this is basically gonna go like so. They gave us an attachment part that goes here. It's gonna mount up to that slight hole that I'm pointing to right there. One thing that I'm not gonna lie that I will miss is this right here, holding these two hoses together. It's like SPT was pretty dope for that, like kind of coming up with this. I kind of wish like that they had the same, like, you know, a little feature on this, but it's okay. We'll just kind of run it under, making sure that it's not going to be in the way. Let me go ahead and remove this old intake, and then we'll start putting on this new one. Alright guys, we got the old intake off. I still need to take off the matte airflow sensor, but I'm not gonna lie to you guys, like, this feels way better than the AEM intake. I'm not knocking the AEM intake or anything like that, but this just is like heavier and like thicker. The material just seems more quality, I guess you can say. It's got some girth, it's got some weight on it, you know what I mean? Yeah, so let me go ahead and get the AEM intake put together. Let me take off this mass airflow sensor and put it on that one. Let's keep it going. Alright guys, so finally got it all set up. To be honest, I'm a little skeptical about this section right here, just this tube connected to this tube, but I'm pretty sure, you know, this is okay how it should be. It's pretty damn tight. But anyways, most important part put on there, and then I added one of the AEM stickers here. Got it mounted to the chassis here, and then we got our nice clean filter on. How about we go ahead and give it a start and see how she sounds. So far so good, no codes or nothing. Car's a little cold, so we'll let her warm up just a little bit, but let's go take a look. Be running sweet. Let's give it a couple revs, see what it sounds like. Yes, I know it's cold, you guys, but I just want to hear how it sounds. I can't really hear how it sounds fully because the straight pipe is just so freaking loud. It like literally overpowers what I'm actually trying to hear. But for the most part, it seems like it's working very well. The tubes haven't came off or anything like that. Everything is still intact, as you guys can see. I'm super happy with it. I'm really glad that this is CARB legal. The reason why I'm doing this today is actually because on the virtual call with the state ref, the state ref had asked me if I could take a photo of the intake with the CARB legal sticker. And honestly, because I didn't install it already and I was at work, I couldn't really give him a photo. So I rushed home after work today and I was like, okay, we gotta install this right now. So this video is actually gonna be a two-part video. Right now we installed the intake, right? And next we're going to be fixing the exhaust on this. It is just way too freaking loud. The part is currently in the mail right now. Maybe we can actually hear the intake along with the, you know, more quiet exhaust. So definitely let's go ahead and fast forward to that right now, you guys. See you guys in a bit. Alright you guys, so it's a couple days later from the intake install. We got the exhaust piping finally, you guys, so that way we'll be able to pass smog indefinitely, I'm pretty sure, you guys. I ended up sourcing a OEM mid pipe, I believe with a cat on there along with a resonator on there. So for sure we're not gonna, you know, not pass because of that. And my boy also allowed me to borrow his STI muffler. Definitely excited to throw this on and like hear the car just a little bit better. I'm pretty sure we'll be able to hear the new AEM intake a little bit better as well. Just because, man, like this straight pipe is just way too freaking loud. Like not even like enjoyably loud, you know. Like I actually kind of enjoy the GR's sound with the headers and the over pipe and front pipe, but with this car it's just obnoxious. It's just like annoying. Like, gee, why are you that loud, you know what I mean? So I already got the car all jacked up and ready to freaking go. I just got to open up this mid pipe, make sure everything is all good. And one thing that I did notice when I jacked up the car is that the O2 sensor down here, that is like the down pipe right there, and then here is the mid pipe that we got to replace. and then the muffler back there. But I'm really glad that the O2 sensor is on the downpipe, because that way we don't gotta mess with any of that. We literally just gotta unbolt those bolts right there, and then same thing back here with the muffler. I'm definitely trying to get this done in somewhat of a timely manner, you guys, because I actually want to try to see if we can get this Smog today. You know, just kind of get that out of the way, and then go get our tags, and you know, just like I said, have that, you know, checked off the list. And then we also have an appointment later on today to get the windshield finally changed. Let's go ahead and open this up, see if it's exactly what we need, and then let's go ahead and get started on changing it and see how she sounds, because man, I'm tired of this straight pipe, you know. We have our authentic Subaru mid pipe, you guys. Like I said, it is used. Obviously, we got it off of eBay. We only need it for the Stay Refery and the Smog, you guys. So definitely the setup is going to change. I'll probably be ordering a different exhaust after this. I don't know, I've been kind of thinking HKS or something of the sort. I love HKS, you guys. I was thinking about something like that after we just, you know, deal with all the state ref stuff and we get that all cleared away. I didn't want to have to buy this, but to be honest, I guess, you know, having it now, if this ever happens again, it's good that we have it in our hands and we don't have to source it. We found this for 200 bucks, so not too bad. Saved a little bit of money on this. I did pay my boy a little bit just to borrow it, you know, for the inconvenience. Let's go ahead and start unbolting the straight pipe on this, and then get that mid pipe on there, you guys. Alright guys, after much struggling, we finally got it off. The hanger? I don't think the OEM hanger is this angled. Like, why? Why does it need to be that angled? Look at this. See? It's not that angled. Anyways, so as I pulled it off, another thing I noticed, look at this. There's a freaking gaping hole right here, you guys. Like, what? This is so ugly and just janky, you guys. Like, I don't understand why. I don't know. I don't get it. But I'm so glad we got this off. If you guys saw, I was for sure struggling, but I actually got it off quicker than I thought I would. And my dude wasn't running no gasket right here, so hopefully I got like a spare one around from, I don't know, the GR or something. Now we can finally put this bad boy on and then attach this to it as well. I ran into, well, multiple issues that I wasn't able to record, considering I'm a little bit on time schedule, but I literally tried to put the mid pipe on, and I did. The part that wasn't fitting was the muffler part. It's because the mid pipe was like too long or something. It wasn't lining up correctly, and I wasn't able to hang anything on the hangers and stuff like that. So because I was pressed for time, I was like, damn dude, I really need to get the front windshield changed, because I won't have time, you know, later on or next week or whatever. I literally had to put the freaking one that the car came with back on, so that way we could drive it over there and they can change it. The thing is like, I'm just more or less like kind of afraid, because this thing is so freaking loud. But hopefully we don't run into any trouble, you know what I mean? The things that are supposed to be the most simplest are not. Like, it never fails. It never fails. So this is my boy's, and this is also my boy's. This is the mid pipe that he had on his car. So I was like, okay, well, if mine doesn't fit, maybe his will fit. And even his wasn't really fitting either. I don't get it. I just don't get it. So, like I said, I'm a little pressed for time. I'm probably going to come back and try to see what I can do or how I can fix it. But I don't even think that this mid-pipe is the right mid-pipe. Cat here, resonator here. Honestly, I don't know. I don't think this is the right one. And it's funny because they'll always, like, on the where they're selling it and stuff like that, they'll always put like, oh, 02 to 05 or 02 to 07, like it all just like lines up correctly or whatnot. Slowly finding out, I don't think that's how it is. Yeah, so change of plans. I ended up coming to a muffler shop instead of getting my windshield changed. I have an appointment tomorrow with another place that actually got me a cheaper price, about $100 cheaper if anything. I just really didn't want to give up on this today, even though it was a little bit frustrating. So came to muffler shop and we decided that I'm not going to use my boy's muffler anymore. and just leave it as is, because if we were to try to make that work, we would have had to modify that. I don't want to do that. It's not mine, and I want to give it to him back how he gave it to me. We're actually going to be keeping the mid pipe, and then we're going to be adding like a muffler at the end, just, you know, some makeshift muffler or something like that. But the reason being is that I basically have two cats, right? One on the downpipe and then one at the end of the downpipe. I have the resonators, and so after that is the muffler, but like I said, the mufflers we're using aren't really, you know, how it should be. So we're gonna add one to the mid pipe and then see if that works. Now, I should pass Smog that way. I don't know if they are going to look at the muffler section and be like, oh, well, this muffler isn't the OEM one. And I'll be like, well, sir, you know, it's a very old CARB and I couldn't find it, but it should pass Smog. So I think that we should be good. As long as I pass Smog, I think we should be good. So hopefully we do. Keep my fingers crossed, and tomorrow we'll tackle the front windshield. So show you guys how it looks right now. So we're keeping this right here. They're currently trying to mock up the mid pipe right now, and then we're just gonna add on a muffler coming to the back right here. As you guys can see, putting on a little bit of muffler right now, but let's go ahead and do a little bit of a montage while we wait. Alright guys, so big shout out to my guy right here. Thank you so much, man. It's gonna be pretty quiet right now, I'm pretty sure. So let's see, first startup. Wow.
Where's the house?
Super quiet. Oh man, that's crazy. But so much better than that loud freaking straight pipe, you guys. And if this helps us pass Smog, so be it, because we're gonna change that anyway. So let me go ahead and back it up right now. Driving it now, and I don't know if you guys can hear, but you can't hear much. Past 4,000. At least I can still hear the turbo, honestly. I think that's more or less what I get excited for, is the yeah, you guys, I feel a lot better about it now. I feel more comfortable. I feel like we're gonna pass for sure. Uh-oh, what's going on? So right now, I'm headed to go get a Smog, so that way we can also get our stickers for registration. And then tomorrow we get the glass fixed, because it is pretty bad, you guys. Even though it's not completely how it should be, we just need it to pass, you guys, because then after that, I'll get the exhaust that we actually want for this car, and then we'll just be done with this whole ordeal, this whole inconvenience, you guys. So bear with me. We're getting there. Bit by bit. All right guys, so it is came down to the end of this video, but before I let you guys go, I didn't get to get this on camera, but we did take it to the Smog shop and kind of got a little bit of bad news, but at the same time it's kind of good news, right? So I ended up going to the Smog shop, talked to the guy, and automatically when I parked, I asked him if he could smog my car. He said yes, but he said that the front mount intercooler that we have wasn't going to pass on his system. So I popped open the hood and, you know, told him, okay, let me pop it open to make sure there's anything else that I would need to change. And then he also did mention that the HKS blowout valve wasn't going to pass either, that both of those things would have needed a CARB legal sticker, which, you know, obviously, like I said, you guys, I wasn't too, you know, knowledgeable if it was allowed or not, but for sure the intercooler I wasn't aware of. And I did look online after that, after I came back, and to try to find if there was any CARB legal ones that we could buy to replace those, but it didn't look like there was anything out there that was CARB legal for us to use. I ended up having to source a top mount intercooler, so we're gonna go back from front mount to the top mount OEM, and then the same thing with the blowout valve. I bought a OEM blowout valve as well. Kind of sucks, like I said, we got to revert those back to stock, but after we're done with all this, you guys, we're definitely going to be switching both of those things up. I'm definitely definitely going to keep the HKS blow-off valve, but the top mount intercooler, I haven't decided whether I'm going to keep that top mounted and just change it to aftermarket, or if we are going to go back to the front mount intercooler. So that's one of the things that I was saying, that it's kind of a bad thing, but kind of a good thing that he told us now. So then that way we didn't go into the inspection thinking we were going to pass, and then these guys were like, you know, you kind of need to change those things. So something that we're going to be taking care of in the next vlog on the WRX. Anyways, you guys, I know you guys seen the GR in the background. The car runs. I haven't given you guys a clear update on that, but the video is coming, you guys. So the car definitely runs, but I'm still currently waiting on parts for that, and something is currently going on in the background with that car. If you guys have been following me on my Instagram, you might already know. But yeah, I'll give you guys a more detailed update on that. If you guys haven't already liked and subscribed to the channel, please do so in this video, you guys. It truly helps me out. Like I always tell you guys, we are growing. People are figuring out about us more and more each day. So I truly appreciate every single one of you guys that has been supporting me since the beginning. It's been a long time coming, and as you guys can see, we're running into so many different experiences. It's the bad and the good, but you know, it's always fun, and I love what I do. So thank you guys so much. That's all I got for this episode, you guys. So make sure you guys live long and prosper. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.